lovelies, welcome to September's monthly reset. I'm so excited to be making this video. These are becoming my favorite kind of videos to make. I love, we can just get cozy, we can chat about things, grab yourselves a coffee. So we're going to be looking back over August, checking to see whether I hit those goals that I set for myself. We're going to be having a quick look at the budget, talking about my financial budget for September, and then looking over the personal, financial, and what's the third one? Business goals for September. So now we're going into autumn. This is my favorite time of year. We might as well get out the pumpkins. Let's start hanging Halloween decorations. This is my favorite time of year. Well, from September until like the end of December, because I'm an absolute Christmas whore as well. Like I love this last part of the year. I love it when the sun is still out, but it's cozy and you can put on jumpers and jackets. Like, the summer's nice, but I'm not built for heat at all. So this type of weather, this time of year, I'm living for this. So let's talk about last month's budget. Last month I had, including the rollover from the month before, my income was £2,753. All of the usual things went out, so my rent is £790, council tax is £126, things like my car tax, my mobile phone and broadband are together, that's £60 a month. TV license is £13.25. The kids' phones are £19 a month, and that is just a top up every month. That gives them unlimited phone calls and text messages. I'm not concerned about paying extra for data as much as the kids have tried to convince me to do that. It seems like a waste of time. If they're outside playing with their friends, they shouldn't be watching TikToks. You know, that's my theory anyway. So as long as they can phone me or they can text me if they need me when they're out and about, then that's all I'm bothered about. I pay £5 a month for my son's rugby. The kids get £5 each a week in pocket money, provided that the previous week, they've behaved themselves and have done their chores around the house, because they live here too. They're not babies anymore. They need to be helping out, and they do. To be fair, they do help. My car insurance is £30.21. So that came out, but from next month, actually, this is the first time in my life that the car insurance company that I'm with, generally I switch every year. They wrote me a letter with my renewal price, and normally the price is higher, even though I've never, in all of my years of driving, I've never had an accident, I've never made a claim on my insurance, I barely drive anywhere, actually. The price always goes up, so that's why I'm always bouncing between insurance companies, and this year was the first year that they came back and the price has gone from £30 a month to £21 a month. So I was really pleased with that, so I've decided to stay with them. I'd budgeted £40 for diesel. I wasn't planning on making any kind of long journeys. So actually, I didn't put any diesel in my car during the month of August. So I filled up right at the end of July, and then that lasted me. In fact, there's still some in there now. I do need to go. I'm about to hit the red light, so I do need to go and put some diesel in. But yeah, having a no-spend month for diesel was great last month. I have Netflix, Now TV, and Discovery. They've all gone out. So now, as we're starting September, God, my brain is all over the place at the minute. I am rolling over £1,027, which is in my current account. I've decided to leave it in my current account and have it as, a bit of a buffer. And then if it builds up anymore, which, please let it build up some more, then I can decide what I'm going to do with it. But for now, it's nice to have that in there just in case something comes out of the account that I'm not expecting. My income for September, then, I am expecting £2,200. So with the rollover amount, that gives me a total this month of £3,229. Now, out of that, I need to make the final payment for, we're going on a cabin getaway in October, which I'm so looking forward to because I haven't been away since before the pandemic. It'd be nice, just to go and be peaceful. Like, it's not one of these cabins where it's got like swimming pools and, entertainment and stuff. It's literally a cabin in the middle of the woods. So we're going to be doing a lot of walking. There's a hot tub there, there's a barbecue, so hopefully the weather will be nice. But then again, I'm English, so even if it's raining, I'm going in that hot tub. Budgeting wise, everything seems very similar to August. I set myself a target last month of £250 for food shopping. I actually went slightly over that. I think I spent £269, which is not a massive amount, but I feel like I say it all the time, and I probably do. But you've probably noticed yourself that every time you go into the supermarket, the prices are just going up, like every single time. It can literally go in 1 week and then you go in the next week and it's more expensive. You go in the week after, the same thing is even more expensive. It's ridiculous how expensive things are getting. So one of the things actually that I'm doing for September is I'm giving us a £70 a week food budget. One of the things that I've just started doing actually in my last food shop, which I'm planning on continuing, is I'm trying to build up a store cupboard of kind of those staple dry foods that we use a lot. So I've got things in there like rice, tinned tomatoes, baked beans, kidney beans, some tinned fruit, like some extra shampoo, some extra shower gel. And so my plan is just every time I go shopping, just add a few extra bits so that I can start stocking that up. Because if you've ever lived where you are literally one step away from falling off the edge of the cliff when it comes to your finances, you'll know that that's a horrible, horrible place to be in. And I've been there, I've lived that for a long time. So what I'm trying to do is just to do as many things as I can to take steps away from the edge of that cliff. So things like stocking up on food, buying a few extra bits when I can afford it now. I don't know what the future's going to bring. I don't know what prices are going to go up to. So one, I'm trying to buy food while it's cheaper, because I know that next week it's going to go up again in price. And two, there might come a time when I'm struggling for money and having that extra food there, knowing that I can, still make dinner for the kids and not have to worry about that. It's all about, like I say, taking one step further back away from the cliff, because there may be times when, things happen that I have to take a step back towards the cliff edge. But the difference is there'll be some ground for me to take that step on. So budgeting wise for September, everything is pretty much the same. I'm slightly increasing my food budget. I obviously need to make the payment for the holiday, but all of those other basic expenses are all the same. So hopefully there won't be any surprises there. So let's move on then to the goals that I set in August. I'll put a copy of this up on the screen somewhere so you can see it. I need a pen. Oh, forgot about my coffee. Oh, still very hot. So personal goals then, I wanted to read one book during the month of August. And the book that I said I was reading, The Once and Future Witches, I haven't actually finished it. I'm halfway through it. I am enjoying it. But Amazon sent me a free 30-day trial for Kindle Unlimited. I used to have that years ago, and then I cancelled it because I didn't feel like I was using it enough. So I read a book on there, and I finished that, called The Happily Ever After Chateau, which I really enjoyed. It was a very easy read about a woman who, is friendly with a neighbour. The neighbour dies and leaves her a chateau in France. But half of the chateau is also left to this neighbour's long lost nephew, and they start off arguing, and then they start to get feelings for each other. It's one of those, but it was very enjoyable, really easy to read. Have I just drawn on myself? No. It's a dream of mine to buy a chateau in northern France, so that for me was right up my street. I really enjoyed it. I also read The Scarlet Letter. I thought I was really going to enjoy it. It's a classic, isn't it? So many people read it in high school. It wasn't one of the books that we did in high school. But it is hard work reading that book. I felt like the book could have been half the size easily. It was very difficult to read. Very, very difficult to get into. Overall, would not recommend. That was 2 books, or two and a half. So I'm going to tick that off. Work out 3 times a week. No, I didn't. I think I did it for the first week, and my daughter was getting up and we were watching those videos by the Fitness Marshal on YouTube, which are wonderful videos if you like dance kind of workout. And then after that, it kind of went downhill. Have a self-care day. Yes, I did do that. Financial goals: invest at least £100. I did. I invested £130 actually. Cut down on the food shopping. No, I did not manage that. Like I say, I was slightly over budget. And topping up the sinking funds. Yep, I did that. It drained the school sinking fund for the kids. Obviously, it's back to school time. They've just gone back to school now. And then I've started my Christmas shopping. So that one's been taking a hit as well. But it's so nice to be able to take advantage of things when they're on offer because the money's there, rather than, you know, having to pay full price and trying to rush around trying to find the money nearer Christmas. The business goals: I wanted to grow YouTube to over 7,000, which we did. So thank you so much everybody who has subscribed. Increase the affiliate income. Yes, I did do that. So that is steadily going up, which is unreal. Plan out August and September's videos. Yep, I did that. The plan is to stick with one video a week at the minute, and then we'll see where we go from there, because I do have other things that I'm planning to do as well. And then research Instagram strategies I didn't do. So for September, my personal goals are to set up an evening routine. I am terrible for still being awake at midnight because I don't really have a routine for myself. Like the kids have a routine. The kids have always had a routine at bedtime, but for me, I haven't set one up. So settling down, having a shower, getting my pajamas on, getting into bed, reading for a bit, you know, having all the lights off by a certain time, just so that I can get a good night's sleep, because I'm not a great sleeper. I don't know whether that's just who I am, or whether it's because, you know, I'm very aware that I'm the only adult in the house, so I sleep lightly in case there's a problem with the kids, or, you know, there's all these safety things, isn't there, that you have to think about. Another goal is to use Duolingo every day. If you don't know, Duolingo is an app to help you learn a new language. I want to work on my French. I did French in school. I would love to be able to, like I spoke about the chateau earlier, that would be an absolute goal, but I would love to be able to buy like an old farmhouse or something in France with a lot of land. And obviously if I want to do that, I need to be able to speak the language fluently, and not just, you know, what my favorite drink is, or that I've got a brother and a sister. I've also added the workout 3 times a week. I don't know, this might be one of those goals that just gets added on every time and we don't tick it off, but we'll put it on. We'll see how it goes. So for my financial goals, I want to increase the amount that I am investing. That really is a priority of mine at the minute, because I'm trying to think more long term. I also want to top up my Christmas sinking fund to £500, and then that should be enough to cover Christmas. Like I say, I've already started buying some things for the kids. This is a very personal question, but how much do you guys normally spend on Christmas? And please, like, no judgment for what anybody else spends, because you see those stories every single year where somebody spends £2,000 on their kids, and people are so judgmental. Like, it's your money. If you want to spend it, you know, spend your money on whatever you want, and let people do the same thing with theirs. I normally spend around £250 each, and I buy for like my mom and dad, and I buy for my nana, and then I buy for my nieces and nephews. My brother and sister and their partners, we agreed a long time ago that we weren't going to buy for each other. We were just going to spend on the kids, which is nice because it's not, you know, the added expense. So by topping the sinking fund up to 500, that really, I can get the bulk of my Christmas shopping finished, or at least have the money there, so that if things pop up and they're on sale, that I can take advantage of that. I was also going to be restarting cash envelopes. This is going to be more for my sinking goals, my sinking funds, sorry, for next year. So I'm really excited to be doing that. So there'll be more videos on like cash stuffing and that kind of thing coming up. Business goals, again with YouTube, we're going to aim for 8,000 subs on YouTube. Currently I'm thinking about 7,200, so that would be great if we can hit over 8,000. I'm also keen to start pre-filming my videos so that I'm not scrambling around trying to get them filmed and edited quickly. So if I can get myself at least a week in advance, and something happens, you know, we're coming into the season where everyone gets colds and sickness bugs and all of that fun stuff, then at least I'm not worrying about that if, you know, something else crops up. Also, some of you may know that I have another YouTube channel that I really haven't done an awful lot with. That was kind of my hobby channel before I started this one. And that is all about like true crime and paranormal stories. Ugh. Now the dogs are barking. And my dog's going to join in because he likes to stick his nose in other dogs' business. Yeah, so that is a passion of mine. I love those topics. I haven't really done anything with that channel because I'm at about 900 subscribers over there. Go and check it out if you're interested in that type of thing. It isn't monetized, and even when it does get to the point where it can be monetized, it's going to be very limited in how much money it can earn because of the topics that I talk about, obviously. So one of the things that I was planning on doing, and I've been thinking about this for a really, really long time, is to do a podcast to go with that channel. My goal for September is to plan out and research how many videos, how many podcast episodes, I would need for a season, what kind of cases or stories I would talk about, and then to plan them out, you know, plan out the outline of each show, because I wouldn't want to launch it unless I had everything already recorded and edited and ready to go. So we're still in the planning phases of that, but I do want to have, by the end of September at the very least, have you know, an idea sketched out of where I want it to go and what it's going to look like. Thank you for joining me for this September reset. Like I say, I'm so excited that we are going into autumn now, and if in future you see me making videos and have, you know, a quilt wrapped around me or lots of blankets or hot water bottles sticking out everywhere, that's just me. That's what you're gonna get. So if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.